Baker, after the game, you weren't happy with your accuracy. When you rewatched it, what bothered you the most?
Missing the throws. I mean, the same problems, just hitting the guys that are open, taking what's there. Yeah, just got to get it corrected.
Was there a specific play or throw or two that you thought, man, I really needed to make that one?
Yeah, there's a few. Definitely one down in the red zone to O. Then one of the throws over Harrison's head, kind of like a deep out route going to the field. Just got to hit those. The one to Odell late, the third down, we talked about just communication-wise. Kind of hit on that after the game, but seeing one thing and just making sure we have all those things that all the little details we talk about all the way through.
Baker, I know you want to play better. That's obvious. Is it at all comforting that you don't have to be at your best for this team?
Yeah, I mean that's definitely it's nice when you can play. I think around 50% completion, which is just terrible, and then to have a win on the road in a hostile environment against a good team. So yeah, that's nice knowing that we have that. But there's still a standard that I try and set for myself and try and hold myself accountable to. So I need to do that.
Baker, you're referencing the play at the end of the game to Odell. This is your third season together. You guys had a ton of reps. We saw them in training camp. Like, why is that happening in that type of moment where you guys are not on the same page?
I mean, that's a specific route and concept for a late game hitter. He's seeing one thing. If you go back and look at the film, you see the safety playing over the top, and that's what I'm looking at. And then he's seeing as soon as he breaks out, the safety attached back to Schwartz. So it's just little things, and it's probably about a quarter of a second off from me being able to see the safety attach back on a Schwartz instead of playing over the top and give him some air.
Baker, I know after the game you said that your left shoulder isn't affecting you, but is there a brace or harness you're wearing that you're having to adjust to?
You have two eyes, don't you, Nate?
I've seen
Yes.
some photos, and I've seen
Yeah.
a little black hanging out of your jersey.
Yeah, I have a harness on.
Okay. Is that something that could affect your throws?
It shouldn't, no.
Baker, on that 3rd and 2, it felt motion across. It almost looked like you were looking back over the middle. Did you expect that linebacker to clear out and go over to Donovan?
Yeah, that's one of our, just our keeper, naked, whatever you want to call it. Reed just going outside, back inside, then back out. That's one of those where the corner was giving body presence at first on Dimitrik, and then he fell off late, so he's standing there by himself, and that's one of those that would like to have back, for sure.
Playing on the road in this league obviously is difficult. Just what type of a challenge is it to have to go all the way out to the West Coast, number one, but then you have to play a Charger team that's playing pretty well?
Yeah, I'd say it's more, just about us going out there and doing our job on the road again. Trying to play a complete game. We keep talking about it, or I do at least, and going to have them do that against a team that's playing very well. They have a few wins in a row and against some tough opponents. So we need to be able to handle that on the road. And, we're expecting our fans to travel well as well. So just a good challenge for us on the road.
Baker, what is your standard for accuracy? Is there a number you strive for every week other than 100%?
Yeah, I mean, some games are different completion percentage-wise. But there's definitely, that was one of those games where we weren't looking for 80-plus completion percentage, but just those throws. I mean, you look at completing some of those, and you're looking at a completely different ball game. So that's to me, it's based on the game, how many throwaways, all that, but hitting the throws that are there.
Other than that, did you feel good about the way you were checking down or looking at your progressions and making the reads? Did you feel like you were making the right play most of the time?
Yeah, I mean, I think we had our shots there. We just didn't hit them. I think my eyes were in the right spot for the most part, and just gotta make the plays.
So do you do anything different after a game like that during this practice week, or is it just go back to what you always do?
Fix the mistakes, go back and correct it. That's what I've always done.
I know you spoke about Baker Odell Baker. But is there something about the game reps? You guys got a lot of on-air out here, but is there something just a little bit more about game reps and getting those about placement, ball placement, where Odell's going to be?
Absolutely. It's definitely different timing when it comes to game reps when I'm having to get the ball out with guys, barreling down, and he's seeing a different thing. He's also, his game speed's a little bit different too. It's pretty quick. So, there's definitely that, but, we have to take advantage of our opportunities, and it starts with me.
When you're surrounded by so much talent, is there pressure there, just because you know what kind of explosive players in offense you can be?
No, I mean, I think we're kind of going around the circle again. I think it's my job to get the ball out of my hands in their hands, in our playmakers' hands, and let them do the work. So, and that starts with just finding completions and hitting them.
Baker, when you're in a game like that and you kind of know it's just not going well,
well for you, even though you're struggling. What's your mentality? You're almost like a basketball player. Like the next one's going to go in. How do you kind of approach that?
Yeah, trying to find a play, scheme or something to get back on rhythm, and just try and get back, find that groove, and just find a couple different completions here and there, get the offense rolling. So that's what you look for when it's that type of game. But you have to make the plays when they're there.
You developed such a strong trust factor with the line last year. Has it been any harder this year just because you've been sacked more early in the season?
No, I wouldn't say it's because I've been sacked. I think we've played a couple good fronts. I mean, the Chicago front, we hit on that after we played them. And they're dealing with some injuries, and Jed's been fighting through stuff. So we have guys stepping in, and trying to plug and play. So I just got to do a good job of getting the ball out when I know that's the situation. But that didn't affect my trust level. I trust those guys wholeheartedly, and they're a great group.
Hey, Bacon, when you're frustrated like you were the other day, is there somebody you've talked to since then to, kind of lean on as you're trying to?
A QB coach or what?
I don't know, like a mentor or anything like that?
There's a few people I always bounce things off of. I'm not getting into specifics though.
Oh, that was going to be my next question.
Answered it for you.
You anticipated that one.
You worked so much on your footwork last year. Has that been an issue, or do you think it's at all in any of this?
No, I think my footwork was clean. Just about making the plays when they're there. I really don't think it's that complicated. Everybody's going to try and make an excuse. I pretty much hit on it after the game. Just got to make the damn play. It's that simple.
Figures we look at the Chargers, obviously Derwin James, very good at safety, and then they have Bosa. I know it'd be nice to not face either one, but what's tougher as a quarterback to have to game plan against a good pass rusher or a good DB safety?
Yeah, Derwin's obviously extremely talented, always around the ball. Had a really good play the other night for the interception, and then Joey's just an elite pass rusher. He's somebody that you really got to know where he's at. He's a guy that can change a game, and he's consistently done that throughout his career. So we have to be prepared for that and handle it. Those are the types of guys you talk about being the game wreckers, of eliminating that part of it.
Vic, I know it probably doesn't help that we take you back to Sunday with a lot of these questions, but at what point do you turn the page?
I've already turned it.
Hey, Joel's playing, I think it's his 100th regular season game this weekend. How valuable has he been to you?
Joel is a very, very consistent guy. Same guy every day. Always fun-loving, smile, does his job every day. Just one of those accountable veterans that you can always lean on, bounce things off of, just kind of brings that positive attitude into the huddle. And so he's extremely valuable to this franchise and has been for his whole career. And I think that's, he's one of those guys that offensive line obviously doesn't get a lot of credit all the time, but he's one of those pieces that, one of those centerpieces for us.
Have you crossed paths with Justin Herbert at any point?
Just a few times here and there. I haven't really gotten the chance to sit down and talk with him or get mad at him for breaking the rookie record. But no, he's playing extremely well. I've been able to watch a lot of the games, and he's playing really well. I think he's got it all, and I think he's continuing to grow, and his ceiling's extremely high.
Are you feeling a little threatened that Joel's coming for your best actor in commercials title?
We need to get Joel a better production team, and then we might be able to talk from there. Not worried at all, though, because Jack was not real good in his. And Nick Chubb, we're going to have to work on his acting skills as well.
What do you think about their abilities to rhyme?
I don't know if they came up with the creative content. Joel at least smiled through it. Jack, on the other hand, looked like he was being held captive.
So you're saying you have a better supporting cast with Jed?
I'd say so. Jed will surprise you. He's quiet, but it's the quiet ones that always get you.
Well, now Deke too, right? So where do you rank the Deacon one? What is your favorite progressive commercial, and where's the Deacon one rank?
It's a great question. I don't know. Jed's up there though. He's had some good showings.